Hello, I am retired Group Captain Alok Kumar Chatterjee. I was GTO in the Air Force Selection Board, posted at 2 units at Dehradun and Varanasi. I am uploading a demonstrative lecture on the issue of stage 1 of AFSB, or in total you can call it as of SSB. Hope this will be of great help to the aspirants. Wish you all a good luck. God bless. As we were telling about that, what is persona, I have explained to you. What is the requirement of the SSVs, that also I have explained to you.
Yes, sir.
That in the changing conditions of the environment, what acceptable social changes have been brought into a personality, okay, without deviating from the accepted social norms,
Yes,
is
sir.
being assessed at SSB. Okay. Now, when we do that, there are stages of testing a particular candidate about his personality. Because you will agree that while you are at the age of 20, 22, 23, that is the maximum acceptable age of the SSB,
Yes, sir.
starting from 17 onwards. Now, all these years, you have gathered some mosses
Sure, sir.
from the environment.
Yes, sir.
Now, again, the question arises then, which is the standard norm that I should follow? Because everywhere you can't take a yardstick or the measuring tape कि मैं इतनी लंबी बात करूं या इतना झुक के चलूं या इतना टेढ़ा बैठूं, ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता है. So how do you measure then? तो उसके लिए भी एक सिंपल थंब रूल है. Right from your childhood up to the age of say 12, which is the formative stage, उसके बाद जो है, if I may say so, the deformative stage starts, because after the age of 12 you get into influence by the
Environment.
friends.
Okay.
Okay. Now, it is very lucky if you are that, if your IQ, which I'll come later, is sharp enough to differentiate between acceptable norm and unacceptable norm. But also at the same time must say that you are at the stage of adolescence, where lot of queries, that gray area is there in your mind. You have read somewhere, you have heard somewhere, but you haven't have experienced.
Yes, sir.
It is a human nature that everybody wants to grape into the unknown area.
Yes,
And
sir.
they consider it as an adventure. Yes, it is an adventure, no doubt about it.
Yes,
but
sir.
then, when adventure is taken under the guidance or the leadership of an experienced person, it takes you to a definite logical conclusion. Like, you may not have known what is a plus b ka whole square.
Yes, sir.
But when the teacher explained to you, it was really a painful experience to understand how a plus b whole square is equal to a square to ab b square.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? But once you have learnt it, now you are enthusiastic to apply this algebraic equation to solve certain critical questions. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Similar is the personality. If the query of an adolescent mind is settled very, very positively, constructively, logically by an experienced man, it leads into a definite shape or a logical conclusion of which is beneficial to the environment. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this process, as I told you, right from the age when you are born till the age of 12, so many years have gone past, right?
Yes.
10, 12 years. So you have gathered a lot of Moses.
Yes.
So most of the time you were at your home.
Absolutely.
Though you have been going to the school, but that was more environment actually, exposure to the environment other than home. Where you had friends, you had teachers, you had some discipline, some maramari, indiscipline, a lot of things you must have done. But most of the time, the basic guidance had taken place at your home and under the guidance of parents.
Yes, sir.
अब उस पेरेंट्स में भी दो कैटेगरी थी, एक बड़ा स्ट्रांग होगा, एक बड़ा वीक होगा. आई डोंट से आइडेंटिफाई एनी जेंडर अबाउट इट. इट कुड बी फादर ऑल्सो हु इज अ वेरी सॉफ्ट पर्सन, docile person, and the mother is Ranchandi, or maybe the other way.
Yes, sir.
But definitely there would have been two different distinct poles. Under that guardianship, you have grown up.
Yes, absolutely.
Now you look back at this stage that you achieved school topper position, you achieved university topper position,
Yes, sir.
you are good in academics,
Now analyze yourself how these two poles with the advent of the teacher or the coach or whatever the coaching institute has really helped you in shaping your this type of future.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you will find, yes, there had been a great role by my mother or by my dad or by my teacher, whatever, or by my friend, whatever it is.
Yes, sir.
So the thumb rule remains. Now when you go back, try and understand that, okay, while I achieved this much with this, have they ever told me to tell lie? Have they ever told me to, okay, steal something or hoodwink something? Or have they ever told me to humiliate somebody? You will find all these questions which I am asking, and or is this type of questions, answer will be no. No father will tell his son to go and steal somebody or pick up some fight with someone. Never.
Yes, sir. Never.
Nor is the mother. So that is your thumb rule. That means for the 12 years, whatever has been actually imbibed in you should have remained.
Yes, sir.
But where do we go wrong?
After 12 years.
Yes, that influence of the environment is now taking custody of yours. Why? Because you are showing the weak signals in you that you are actually ready to get exposed to the gray area. वहाँ क्या हो रहा है मुझे जानना है.
Yes, sir.
And that is the whole trouble with the mankind. हमारे घर में हमारे पाँव बड़े स्थिर है, सब कुछ है, कष्ट नहीं है, but still हमें लगता है यार पड़ोस में क्या हो रहा है. We are more worried about neighbor than ourselves. And since that time onwards, if you now today go back and analyze yourself, you will find, yes, if not 10 out of 10 steps you have fallen, but at least 4 or 5 steps you have fallen, which you have
Definitely.
achieved for the last 12 years.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So this analysis, self-analysis will now help you to elevate yourself, and another 12 years. That means at the age of 12, you have achieved the pinnacle,
Yes, sir.
whatever. Now you have started sliding down in the next 7 or 8 years. जनरली जो है आदमी जैसे कहते हैं कि बच्चे अगर बिगड़ने की स्टेज होता है तो 16-17 तक बिगड़ जाते हैं, और अगर सुधरने का होता है तो उसके बाद वो सुधर ही जाता है. लेकिन थोड़ा कर्व डाउन हर बच्चे में होता है.
Yes, sir.
ऐसा कोई नहीं होता है कि एकदम श्री रामचंद्र की तरह बढ़ते रहे, ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है.
Yes, sir.
तो वो जो कर्व डाउन हुआ है, एंड अगर आपने एनालिसिस कर ली या किसी ने आपको कराया, आप अगेन विल गेट बैक.
Yes, sir.
बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली अगर आपके इस बेंडिंग कर्व पे घर वाले भी अगर आपको जो अभी तक पेरेंटिंग या जो भी किया, मेंटरिंग की थी, उन्होंने भी अगर अपना होप छोड़ दिया, तो व्हाट विल हैपन? इट विल फर्दर गो डाउन.
Yes, sir.
And then it is a loss condition at both sides. Okay, so that thing in this preliminary talk, what I am trying to say, always remember what your 12 years, initial 12 years of mentoring have been telling you. They are your Brahma Bhagya.
Okay.
Okay. Having said so, now you have cleared your written part of the UPSC or whatever,
Yes, sir.
AFCAT or whatever. You have, that is the written part where
Yes,
the
sir.
basic knowledge has been adjudged. When you reach to the SSB board after you're showing your passing your AFCAT on the thing, the first day when you arrive over there, you will be having to show your all the testimonials.
Yes, sir. Documents.
Certificates, documents, ये वो कर करा के. Once they are all satisfied about your credentials, you are most welcome to stay afoot, right, into the
Yes, sir.
board. Now, the very first test which you will be exposed to is the Officers Intelligence Rating Test, OIR test. Are you aware of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You must have gone through the YouTube, all this.
So actually, I've gone to SSB.
Acha, okay, you are already gone to this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Very nice. So now whatever I have said so far, could you correlate it?
Absolutely, sir. Definitely.
Okay, fine. Thank you for validating my statements. What I am trying to say, कि the first OIR test में, if you have already appeared, there is a verbal, there is a non-verbal,
Yes, sir.
there is a pictorial, and all those things
Yes,
are
sir.
there. Now, see here, I cannot give you that test. That has to be practiced by yourself through those guidebooks which are available of the, say, banking service recruitment or LIC or even the SSB. All these guidebooks have these OIR tests.
Yes, sir.
Okay. banking, railway, other things also go to this pictorial thing. Why I'm telling you, practice more and more and more. Why?
sir.
Because after all, the question bank is out of these only.
Absolutely.
Okay. So once you know, say for example, this needle is at 12 o'clock position, now it has moved to 3 o'clock position, next position is showing 6 o'clock, and the question blank will be what will be the next. So logically it will be 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So once you remember that figure, you will not waste time. अच्छा 12 से 3, 3 से 6, 6 से अब 9 होगा, इतना टाइम नहीं लगा, हमने सीधे 9 देखा, कट मार दिया.
Yes, sir.
So that is how you save the time, and practice makes the man perfect.
Bilkul,
That is
sir.
also said. So that is why my only suggestion to clear this is that you should practice YR test as much as possible.
Sure, sir.
Even if you have done once, go twice, thrice. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, once you have done your YR test, then you will be given a break in the SSB board, having some refreshments and all, and thereafterwards, on the same day in the Air Force, and maybe on the subsequent day, on the same day, even in the Army boards also. Okay, you will be exposed to the
PPDT.
stage 1.
Yes, sir.
That is called stage 1 test,
Yes, sir.
and PP and DT. PP is picture perception and
Descriptive test.
discussion test.
Discussion.
Not descriptive. Discussion का कोई मतलब नहीं है. Discussion test. Now, why it is called discussion? I will come to that. Now, let's concentrate on the PP, picture presentation, perception.
Yes, sir.
Before I talk about picture perception, you must also understand what is perception. Can you tell me what is perception?
So whatever we see and then whatever we analyze and then we perceive, whatever we think about that thing, that is perception.
Perception basically is, two aspects are very clear. One is knowledge based, another is visualization. Your visualization of the future events based on your past experience put together is perception.
Yes, sir.
Right? Like if I show you a round object in the dark, it is dark, say room, and you can just make out there is a round object. Now what all you can perceive?
A ball, a lamp, or anything else.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever shapes which are similar to your past knowledge, you will try to perceive. But will you perceive it as a hand grenade?
No, sir.
But if you are a militant or you had an exposure to the army or something, you might also think so.
Yes, sir.
Because that is your past knowledge. So this is where the perception is. So what I am trying to say, never ever insist that my perception is absolutely correct. It can go wrong also.
Yes, sir.
So perception is not a 100% thing. Okay, where you can claim the validity, no, what I said is right. It is based on your past experience and knowledge and visualization in advance of the future. That is what is perception. Like, I am asking you a very frank question. We haven't met.
Okay.
You must have been told by Monica auntie something,
Yes, sir.
whatever. Today morning, actually, you had talked with me
Yes, sir.
2-3 occasions. So you on your own might have had made a perception of my
Yes, sir.
thing.
Absolutely.
What will it be look like? है ना?
Yes, sir.
Now can you just feel free and explain what have you feel? Felt like two horns on my head or something like that?
No, actually, I thought that your voice would be a little bit more, क्या कहते हैं, deeper, in deeper tone, and nothing else. I absolutely feel that was, I didn't know your age, so I thought of you a young person. That much, sir.
Okay.
Nothing else.
So this, now see, this is what is perception. Now why did you feel so that I could be a younger person and all based on my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this voice analysis which you have done must have been based on a past experience.
Yes, sir.
Now who with whom you had compared that, okay, इसका voice ऐसा था, इसका age ये होगा, तो इसलिए इनका भी age करीब करीब ये होगा.
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
So my guy mentor right now, Kumar.
Okay. So now 2 and 2 are falling together.
Yes, sir.
What I am trying to explain to you. So there will be no, why I am doing so, because there is no question of any ambiguity and there will be no question of any forgetting.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you have clearly understood what is perception.
Absolutely.
Now that the perception, whatever you had, did it match when you first met me?
No, sir.
No. Now how did you feel then?
I was amazed, but
Word used was amazed. Now why were you amazed? And why not disappointed?
So disappointed because it was unknown, so I cannot be disappointed now.
No. See, I expected Taj Mahal, I have not been. Ki bhai, I have heard about it so much, it is so beautiful, it is a wonder in the world and all. But when I found there, I found, oh shit, it is such a moron, yaar. It is a graveyard, yaar. I, don't I have the right to be disappointed? By seventh wonder of the world. And बड़ी कुछ नहीं है, दो खाली मकबरा है.
Yes, sir. But
Perception can lead you to disappointment also.
okay.
That is why, if you remember, just few seconds back only I said, it is not the final word to your perception.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that you must keep in mind. I can go wrong. When I am assessing you, I am also perceiving you, na?
Absolutely.
Okay, but when I see your documents or the dossiers or the performance, I might change my perception about you.
Yes, sir.
And that is not the perception, now it is the picture. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now I have come to that picture perception. This is what is happening in the picture perception. A picture is depicted on the screen which is hazy. Okay, you are not very clear, absolutely clear what you are looking at me or I am looking at you.
Yes, sir.
But certain figures are there which will allow you maybe to a greater extent decipher as to what is the gender, what could be the possible age and what could be the possible mood of those characters which have been depicted on the screen.
Yes, sir.
But you cannot really see, as you are saying me, what do you assess me, that am I in a happy mood?
You're neutral mood, sir.
I am in a neutral mood, okay. Now what is neutral mood?
So when you know, so actually I cannot perceive that you're happy or so it is a neutral mood.
Now you raised a very right question, that everything cannot be perceived, but here it is a man-to-man reaction, interaction.
Yes, sir.
Now in this I may not be giving you a laughing face,
Yes, sir.
है ना? So how do you perceive whether I am happy or not? By enthusiasm shown in my behavior.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, Aditya, what do you want? Yeah, what for have you come? Okay. Okay. So what do you expect out of me? What do you think I can do? Do I have a magic wand? This is one part of interaction.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Aditya, welcome. Okay, so now tell me about yourself. Okay, you are a topper. Good. So now how much you are keen to join? Okay, fine. Don't worry. I am here as much as possible. I can guide you.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is another behavior. Now in these two behavior patterns, you can make out
Absolutely.
exactly, that is what I am trying to arrive at. Ki everything which you see is not the end.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Visually, maybe I look very khadus.
Okay.
But when I have interacted with you, you found कि अरे यार ये तो कटहल है, बाहर से कांटा है पर अंदर से तो बड़ा मीठा फल निकला.
Yes, sir.
Perception changed.
Sure,
So
sir.
the perception also depends on the
Interaction.
behavioral pattern.
Okay.
Okay, how I behave with you. Understood? So
Yes,
this
sir.
another factor came up.
Sure, sir.
This is how the environment is basically leading you to a destination wherein you need to prove yourself that are you worthy or not. And these are the tools through which the assessors are trying to assess you, because they don't have time to be associated with you for 12 years. Your dad and mom can आँख बंद करके बोल सकता आदित्य ऐसे है.
Yes, sir.
But you ask me, today I cannot. But maybe I end of the 10th day, I'll be able to. Because of the help of those tools which I have been using.
Yes, sir.
So now that you have understood what is picture, what is perception. Now when that picture is shown to you, you are supposed to first identify the characters with their age, gender and mood.
Yes, sir.
And try to depict the position of those characters shown in the picture on your answer sheet, where you have a box made on the left edge of the paper.
Yes,
answer
sir.
sheet. You are supposed to encircle the first noted character
Yes, sir.
with M for male, F for female and P for a person if you
Yes,
cannot perceive whether it is a male or a female. Right? You can put a sign of plus for a positive mood, minus for a negative mood and 0 for a neutral. Age, of course, you can guess.
Yes, sir.
Age will not be in decimal, दैट मीन्स 6 मंथ्स 8 मंथ्स का कैरेक्टर नहीं दिखाया जाएगा आपको, और होगा भी तो उतना अकेला नहीं होगा, मम्मी के ही गोद में होगा या पापा के कंधे पे बैठा होगा, राइट. एंड ऑल्सो 3-digit figures will also not be relevant.
Absolutely.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
So within this framework you need to identify the respective position में आपको एक vertical line में m plus 28 that shows that in central position जहाँ पे आपने लिखा है, यहाँ पे एक कैरेक्टर था जिसकी उम्र 28 साल की है, जो पॉजिटिव मोड में था और जो मेल था. जब अगर आपने इसको 3-4 कैरेक्टर्स में इसी को सबसे पहले देखा होगा तो आपको उसको एनसर्कल करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. ओनली द फर्स्ट कैरेक्टर.
Yes, sir.
What is the necessity? I am coming to that. Now first let me tell you कि all the characters which you are seeing, not the environment, only the character. उस environment में कुत्ता भी हो सकता है, बैल भी हो सकता है, गाड़ी भी हो सकती है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. But you need to identify only the characters with their age, gender and mood. And the first character which you see, you need to
Circle it.
encircle it.
Yes, sir.
That's all, not the others. But all the others will be depicted in the same fashion. Okay, male 28 plus 28, female plus say 30. Okay, P 6, because whether it is a baby boy or a boy, you don't know, baby girl or a boy. So P 6 0 neutral. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Two things which you need to ask over here is that suppose that picture carries a Paul, dead body.
Yes, sir.
Now how do I? Remember I have told you what to depict the character.
Yes, sir.
Now a dead body has no character. उसका character certificate दे सकते हो क्या?
No, sir.
So he is not a character.
Yes, sir.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Even if 4 persons are carrying a dead body, you are supposed to
Identify a picture the 4 persons.
4 persons. Understood?
Yes, sir.
ये सब करने के बाद now you have to write a story. On the right hand side, you first there is a
Action
space.
box.
हाँ, उसमें आप title of the story लिख दीजिए and then you write the story. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All this I think will finish by 20 to 30 minutes. All this, showing the picture, writing and all those things. Now, this all will be done in a community. That means, say suppose that day 120 candidates are reported, all 120 will be attempting it together.
Yes, sir.
After the wire. Okay?
Yes, sir.
After that, you will be made a batch of say 12 or 15, whatever comfortable for the board to decide. And in those, say suppose they have made a batch of 12. It should not be more than 15 in any case. So, the 12 into 10, there will be 10 batches. So, the first, suppose there is only capacity of having made comfortable for 5. There are 5 rooms. So, the 5 batches will be taken in different rooms. And in any particular room, there will be a table like this where 3 chairs will be there. You have seen that.
Yes,
also.
sir.
A GTO, an interviewing officer and a psychologist. This is what is the sequence. The groundsman will take you, guide you, and you will be carrying the answer sheet where you have mentioned all this in the story in the PPT. Okay? While you enter, sit down there in a sequence. Say chest number 1 in a semicircular way to chest number 12. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now the GTO over there will take over and he'll say, welcome boys. You have all just now recently attempted the picture perception test and the story must have been nicely written to you by you and the story is still with you. Okay? In Air Force boards, we say that please do not refer to the answer sheet anymore. So give it a nice fold and clean. Keep it with yourself. That happens in the Air Force board.
Okay.
But Army and Navy board has been varying. Sometimes they say, like what I said for the Air Force board, sometimes they say, okay gentlemen, while I tell you for describing your individual capacity, you may read out whatever you have written.
Yes, sir.
Also. But Air Force, we don't do that. We say, give it, I am just going as per the Air Force standard.
Sure,
because
sir.
you are going for the Air Force board.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it?
Sir, Air Force and Navy.
AFCAT किया ना?
AFCAT and INET. Both I cleared.
ओके तो ठीक है. नेवी में भी जो वेरिएशन होगा वो बोल दूंगा बट मैं AFCAT पे ही.
But particularly AFCAT would be
Correct.
great, sir.
तो हाँ. Okay, gentlemen. So you must have seen the picture and you must have written a nice story about it. The story is still with you. Kindly give it a nice fold and keep it with yourself. Please do not refer to it anymore. In the initial part, all of you individually will be narrating your part of the story, mainly concentrating upon the person, number of characters, their age, gender and mood, and briefly touch upon as to what is going on, what led to the situation and what could be the possible outcome. Once one candidate finishes his turn, the turn will automatically roll over to the next candidate, so on and so forth, till we finish it off with chess number 12.
Yes, sir.
Right? While you are narrating your part of the story, you don't have to get up, you don't have to address her, you can address your friends. You may speak in Hindi, but try to come back to English as fast as possible. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, this way, once we have finished hearing just number 12th part of the story, thereafterwards you have to immediately get involved into a discussion to evolve a common story after listening to everybody as to what are the number of characters, their age, their gender and the mood, and also a common story as to what is going on, what led to the situation, what could be the possible outcome.
Yes, sir.
Once 1 minute is left, or sometimes they say 2 minutes are left, I will give you a warning with a tap or a whistle or a bell, whatever is available. At that particular time, gentlemen, if you have not been able to decide upon what story should be conclusively, it is the time that you must concentrate to extract a common group story and also nominate any one amongst you to give us the group story.
Yes, sir.
And once I give the second indication that your time is up, the discussion should be stopped, and only the nominated person to get up and give us the group story. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
We would like to hear it in Hindi. ये सब ब्रीफिंग के पार्ट होंगे. जब ये हो जाएगा, now सब अपने अपनी कहानियां सुनाएंगे, right? Starting with chess number 1 and all. Do not make an elaborate story. Why? Let me tell you very frankly. Everybody is anxiety prone. यार जो चेस नंबर 12 वाला होगा वो सोच रहा होगा यार चेस नंबर पर अगर तुमने वाली गुड मॉर्निंग सर भी बोला होगा ना तो उसको लगेगा बहुत लंबा बोल दिया यार, because he is waiting.
Yes, sir.
So you should respect others time and you say morning gentlemen, और ये सब करने की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई इस तरह के माहौल बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप सीधे बोलिए, well gentlemen, what I perceived was there were 3 characters, out of which the center person whose age was M28 positive mood, I have named him as Ram and he is my central character. Around him were the 2 characters, both of them were basically discussing something to do of the development of the village during this rapid pandemic spread of corona. I just gave an arbitrary.
Yes, sir.
Right? That's much. उसमें आपको पूरा बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. कुछ लोग जो करते हैं, या आपने देखा भी होगा कि no, my central character was actually raising his right hand and he was actually trying to convince his colleague, but in a way somehow he got convinced, but to some extent he was not. ये सब भूमिका मानने की जरूरत नहीं है, because other chap is restless and assessors also do not have time to listen to your Ram kahani.
Yes,
they are not interested in your kahani only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Basically what they are trying to see is how the leadership role is being emerged. That's all. अब उसमें आप क्या करोगे? What are the finer points? You must concentrate on that. जब 12 लोग कहानियां बोल रहे हैं, आपने इसको एक्सपीरियंस भी किया होगा, एक ग्रुप में 2 लोग तो ऐसे होंगे जिनको चुप कराना ही मुश्किल होता है.
Absolutely.
वो चिल्लाएंगे, बात करेंगे as if they know everything, they are the authority, करेंगे. 4 या 5 लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो छोड़ ही देते हैं हालत कि जान दे यार, छोड़, मेरे बस की बात नहीं इन लोगों के साथ करना, चुप हो जाते हैं. तो 5 और 2 7 तो ही निकल गए.
Yes, sir.
एक आप हो गए 8.
Yes, sir.
तो बाकी कितने बचे? 4.
Yes, sir.
अब यहाँ पे पॉलिटिक्स है, बेसिकली राजनीतिक जोड़ तोड़ जिसको बोलते हैं. इफ यू वांट टू इमर्ज एज ए लीडर, वो तो मानेंगे नहीं, उनकी बात आप छोड़ दो. आपका मेन टारगेट जो ये 3-4 बंदे जो चुपचाप बैठे हुए थे ना, दे आर योर बेसिक कस्टमर.
Yes, sir.
अब हाउ डू यू यूज देम? से फॉर एग्जांपल, one is 5, just number 7, another is 9. Say I'm just giving. Now they are not so, they just individual part बोल के बस चुप बैठ गए. They are not getting into the discussion. Now while दिस चैट यू कैन मेक आउट कि हु इज व्हाट टाइप ऑफ गाइड, इतना तो आप भी एसेस
Yes,
कर
sir,
रहे हो, आप भी अभी
absolutely.
बैठे बैठे मुझे भी एसेस कर रहे होगे, आई नो दैट.
Yes, sir.
ओके, सो जब आप उनको एसेस करोगे तो पाओगे कि ये लोग थोड़े से सॉफ्ट टारगेट है. नोट देयर चेस्ट नंबर एंड व्हाट दे आर टॉकिंग. If it is talking sense and if it is in line with your thought process also, while you are discussing at that point of a time, just mention, okay, gentlemen, please listen. Chest number 7, maybe chest number 9, chest number 5, whatever they have spoken are also of some value, though they are not contributing further. But I also understand कि what they are trying to come in. Now, ये जो आपने भूमिका बांधी ना डिस्कशन में, नॉट इंडिविजुअल
Yes,
पार्ट.
sir.
अब क्या हो गया, चेस्ट नंबर 5, 7, 9 वैसे बैठा होता है, एकदम से अपना चेस्ट नंबर सुन के ना तल के आ गया, अरे अच्छा चेस्ट नंबर 1 हमारे बारे में बोल रहा है.
Yes, sir.
ही इज ऑल लीडर, मोदी जी, मोदी जी.
Yes,
तो यू
sir.
बिकेम मोदी.
Absolutely.
अब आपको बैठे बैठाए 3 बंदों का सपोर्ट तो मिल ही गया,
बिल्कुल.
राइट. चौथा आप वही हो. अच्छा, अब जो है, जो मीडियोकर है, जो सर्विंग गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स हैं, वो लोग, उनको अब आपको लेना है. अब उनमें से भी 2 या 3 बंदे का भी पॉइंट अगर आप याद रख लो कि उसने कहानी में ये बोला था, हर एक की कहानी अलग अलग होगी,
Yes, sir.
तो उन कहानियों को भी अगर आप दिमाग में बैठा लो, तो बेसिकली क्या है कि आपको अपना टर्म बोलने के बाद या बोलने से पहले, डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट इज योर चेस्ट नंबर, सपोज यू आर द चेस्ट नंबर 12, देन यू हैव द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू लिसन टू एवरीबॉडी.
Yes, sir.
ऑल्सो इफ यू आर चेस्ट नंबर 1, देन ऑल्सो यू हैव द अपॉर्चुनिटी. बट अगर वो बीच बीच में होती है तो थोड़ा तो आप टेंशन में ही रहते हो कि हमको बोलना है,
Yes, sir.
है ना. बट बी रिमेन एश्योर्ड कि आपकी स्टोरी का उतना महत्व नहीं है. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला ना कि एक ब्रीफ बना दिया, बेसिक इश्यू है आपके डिस्कशन पे, और उस चीज को दिमाग में रखते हुए आप कंसंट्रेट कीजिए कि बाकी लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं, और आपकी स्टोरी लाइन तो आपको पता है. सो इज इट मैचिंग विद इट, या मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर गोइंग अगेंस्ट इट ऑफ योर स्टोरी लाइन. सो मॉडिफाई इट, बिकॉज एयरफोर्स में दैट इज वाई वी डोंट टेल यू टू रीड व्हाट यू हैव रिटन. उससे क्या होगा, अब आप फंस गए. आपने जो लिखा है उससे डेविएट कर नहीं सकते हो आप, क्योंकि आपको वही पढ़ना है.
Yes, sir.
लेकिन यहां मैंने आपको एक मौका दिया, क्योंकि आपको स्टोरी लाइन पता है. लेकिन जब आप बाकी 5 लोगों का सुना तो आपको लगा, शिट यार, मैं कहाँ चला गया, ये तो मैंने तो छमिया को नचा दिया, यहाँ पे तो साला गोली चल रही थी.
Yes, sir.
हो गई गड़बड़,
Yes, sir.
रजिया फंस गई कुंडों में.
बिल्कुल सर.
अब इस जगह पे आप अपना छुपा के रख लो उसको, कोई बात नहीं. आप गोली गला जो भी चल रहा था उसके साथ इन्वॉल्व हो जाओ और अपनी स्टोरी को मॉडिफाई कर लो.
Yes, sir.
अपने आप ही, लिखने में नहीं, वो अपने आप में, एंड उसको बोल दो. एंड इस जो प्रोसेस बताया, इस प्रोसेस के पॉलिटिक्स में यू टेक द एडवांटेज कि जब वो लास्ट 2 मिनट्स का या 1 मिनट का दिखाया ना, स्टार्ट काउंटिंग मनी 45 सेकेंड्स. जैसे ही 45 सेकेंड होता है, बोलते हैं ओके 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 जेंटलमैन, लेट्स नाउ कंसिडर. बहुत बातचीत हो गई है, टाइम इज रनिंग आउट. ऑल ऑफ अस एग्री दैट देयर आर 4 कैरेक्टर्स. एवरीबॉडी विल से यस. ऑल ऑफ यू, मोस्ट ऑफ यू एग्री दैट देयर वर 2 मेल, देयर वर 2 फीमेल. नाउ क्या हो रहा है इसमें, बेसिकली you are obstructing others to butt in.
Yes, sir.
And you are buying time. ठीक है, ऐसे जब करोगे तो कम से कम 1 मिनट तो निकल ही जाएगा.
बिल्कुल सर.
अब जैसे ही हो गया, एंड यू नो दैट, यू कैन सी ऑल्सो कि दैट डायरेक्ट मत देखना ऐसे सर किधर कि वो बेल की तरफ हाथ बढ़ा रहा है, क्या कर रहा है. इमीडिएटली बोलो कि नाउ जेंटलमैन, आई कैन आई हैव योर एश्योरेंस दैट आई कैन टेक द लीड एंड कैन प्रेजेंट द ग्रुप स्टोरी इन्वॉल्विंग ऑफ कोर्स ऑल ऑफ योर स्टोरी एज यू हैव सेड. अब बोलते रहो, ये बोलने के बाद भी बोलते रहो, चुप मत रहो, क्योंकि चुप हो गए तो कोई और जो
Yes, sir, absolutely.
दो हल्ला
Initiative हो जाएगा.
हाँ, वो खड़ा हो जाएगा, करना नहीं, मैं बोलता हूँ. बोलते दिस इज बोले एज यू हैव सेड कि दैट दिस इज द स्टोरी ऑफ दैट पैंडेमिक एंड यू सेड दैट देयर वाज अ फ्लड रिलीफ कैंप गोइंग ऑन. You also said, so I will combine all this together and we will present a beautiful story on behalf of our group. अब ऐसे बोलते होता टाइम खत्म हो जाएगा. तो अब नाउ जैसे वो बेल बजेगा, नाउ वो जो इनिशिएटिव ले रहा था बीच में ना, वो भी चुप हो जाएगा. बोल पर साला टाइम, बेल तो बज ही गया.
Yes, sir.
So you get up. You also in the process start getting up. Okay, unless others say नहीं यार, you sit down. He will say बैठ जाओ. अगर कोई बोलता है बैठ जाओ, you have made your remark. Okay, that you have shown your initiative, you have shown your leadership quality, fine. The people have not assessed you as a leader.
Yes, sir.
तुम राहुल गांधी बन गए.
Yes,
कोई
sir.
बात नहीं. 2024 का वेट करो. Right? This is the way the stage 1 need to be attempted and successfully cleared. any questions, any doubts.
So what you did कि ऐसे hand movements से बस आता
ग्रुप डिस्कशन में तो करना ही पड़ेगा बॉस. It is stage 1. You are not being assessed.
elimination process है मुझे पता है but
It is the elimination process,
sir.
and in that you have to go tooth and nail, fight tooth and nail to prove your efficacy. And when I said, okay, gentlemen, please stop. Let me. This is what I'm foreseeing, that people are already in the millie.
yes sir.
They are चाय पाए हो रहा है.
Yes sir.
अगर वो शांत बैठा है तो मेरे को ये करने की क्या जरूरत है?
बिल्कुल sir.
Understood? So अगर वो चाय पाए कर रहा है तो as such they are against the norms.
Yes sir.
And in that you are trying to pacify by gesture and not shouting, "Hey gentlemen, quiet!"
Yes sir.
There are two ways. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is the most gentle way.
Yes sir.
और बताओ, any question more?
No sir. Bas
Stop. कितना मिनट हुआ?
let me see sir.